Is money, just without we learn anything, we're so familiar money, then why we have to learn the whole chapter about money? Something we have to learn like this. So what's really money is?
It's a claim to a certain amount of value.
Okay, that's true. Okay. More think about, you know a lot because everybody familiar money, right? So what else you think it can do?
It's a medium of
But
exchange.
yes, also money can make an exchange. You can go to overseas. Imagine if in the future we have digital money, right? Right now you all know have the Bitcoin, but we'll talk about that too. Okay, so money can storage value. Like you go to college right now, your parents maybe save the money for a while so that you go to the college. So that's the money can storage value as well. So and then you also just mentioned about the functions. Money can, bring money to overseas exchange. It can do many things, right? It's a lot. So that's why we organize this way. Is this whole chapter cover about money, but it actually is very simple, but it's still a lot of things, right? So we need to know. So that's why is the first thing is what is money? Okay. So in this, because remember this is we talking about this course, 99% linked to Federal Reserve Bank. Our whole job actually, you just put yourself in the position as Fed chairman. How are you gonna control the money supply? And that's how to. What's your purpose, right? So you're trying to be like all the Fed officials say, we do the job that create the money, whatever, is trying to get the maximum employment, stabilize on the pricing. And that's what that goal, okay, the dual goal. We'll learn that, okay? So that's the dual goals, right? But however, they trying to do is provide the money supply, okay, to do this, to achieve those two goals. So same thing, we are here mentioning money is really talk about is money supply, okay? So that means how they provide the economic in the economic system, what that purpose, how they doing that, how they created it. So we're gonna do that, right? Obviously, just money when we created at that moment is for payments, right? You get the haircut. That's a service you need to pay. You buy goods, you needed money. So money actually, from original point of view, is a medium interchange in between. You can use this medium anything. If it costs money, you can use this to exchange to other things, right? So that's basically the fundamental at the beginning. So we'll talk about more about that, and then all linked to the what's the other e-money or futures, what is referred to. So here, key point is we link to money supply, but then go back. Fundamental is anything. Money can be anything. Don't have to be like you're looking at your dollar. Can be gold, can be silver, maybe different. All right, we'll talk about more. So it can be anything as long as it's generally accepted in payment for goods or service, right? So then our repay your debts. So that means money can be anything. That's why you can see Bitcoin. Why so many people use Bitcoin? Because they think Bitcoin can be like a money, right? Actually, Bitcoin is not really is money. People actually use this Bitcoin in different way, okay? Different idea. All right, so we'll talk about more about that. So money, so let's go back fundamental, right? So what before we say is that when we are, have, I say your parents save the money as a storage, all right, for 4 years, then you can put you in the college. So save maybe many years, okay? So money have that kind of capability. But first things, before we want to distinguish money from other things, we have to understand other concepts, which is one is wealth. So what's wealth? Okay, what's wealth? What do wealth include? Let me give an example. I just remember many years ago when they each year they have Oscars nomination at the moment. They will interview those movie stars, and I remember one time they asked Tom Cruise, interview him, say, hey, Tom, you're a rich man. And he say, I'm a wealthy man. You see, wealth. So wealthy, what wealth? So what the wealth is trying to tell you? What's wealth? Anybody want to tell me? Yeah, Andrew, go ahead. That's okay. Let's just based on Andrew's definition. See, Andrew's definition, what's that? Okay. Uh-huh. Right. Then you say everything else. You say everything else can convert it to money, can buy bread, right? Let's say you finally you need money. Your money and your hands are already out. You're already selling, you're already spending. But I have art. I have a collected car. I can selling it and I can still buy the bread. So the car and the arts, those are wealth. Okay. So here's the case. Okay. Wealth is everything. All in money, collections, your two house, your jets, all those calculated. And that's why people calculate, say, oh, this person, how much they worth, what's wealth, means all in. Not that many people have everything is cash. They have to convert it, right? I remember actually this long story. Michael Jackson, before he died, he basically had no money. And that's why he do the show, right? He trying to be a 50-year-old or trying to do this show. It's very, very competition, very, very stressful. So then he died. But after he died, and then his record selling much, much more, and he have Disneyland, he have a lot of some like a property, and that's the wealth, all collected, okay? So all in. So that's wealth, okay? So now you know total collection of piece of property and arts, everything. So those are in count all in. So those can turn to cash by take time. Okay. The other one is income. Okay, how do we compare your income? Let me ask you again. If you say I have income $100,000 a year, okay, or you say I have total $100,000. So why I say total $100 is not really income. You total have 100, just worth. Or your wealth total is $100,000, but you have income $100,000 means every year gonna come in $100,000. If you secure your job for 30 years, then you will multiply those years. That's cash flow. So that means it's a flow concept. Income is a flow only at the point time. At this point in time, right, what's your money flow in? Each year, you're going to be flowing in $100,000. Or you can count monthly how much money come in. So you have time window. But wealth is at this point in time all in. Okay, so that's why here's different. Okay, it's a flow. It means money flow means moving like water, moving, keep coming. That's the income. All right. But if wealth is not flow, just sit down there, store there. It's store value. So means it's not flow, all in. So that's different. Okay. So now you know wealth and income is different. Why we distinguish this? Because we want to talk about money supply. Now we wanted to know how this works over this society. How many wealth we already have it. How much money supply we should put it in, flow in, and that's how we needed to distinguish. Okay, so now you know these two concepts are different, but we're going to use a lot. Okay, so next one is money, the functions. So means what the money can do, the functions, the money, what they can do. Okay, so first thing, very, very important, doesn't matter which society, doesn't matter you use the silver, use gold, use anything, is one function very important, is a medium of exchange. Means in the middle, this one everybody desire, use it to can exchange for food, for the bread, exchange for clothes. This thing in the middle, that one, use as exchange, that one people call is money. Don't have to be like, you may be familiar, our money is the green paper, but that's just us now. Well, we'll talk about that one, but at least as long as it can do the function of exchange, we call that the money. So money can do this one, okay, as exchange in the medium. Okay, so that's important one. Okay, so they have that function. So that's convenient. If you need a bread, I don't need a clothes. I need a apple. So something I can find a farmer who's selling apple, and then something can use the money. Use something can exchange for bread. So that is something in the middle. That one called the money. This medium of exchange. Okay, it's convenient. Otherwise, you had to use apple. Find somebody who need a bread or whatever. So that's difficult. So that's the one thing is convenient. So in the older society already use it, okay? They use a more traditional one, many form. Money will be a shell, many years, decade, so 100 years ago they use shells. So precious shells can use that too, many things, okay? So as long as they can serve as a medium. So money also have to be certified this one. They must be, right? Easily standardized. So let's say, if you use gold, use silver. So it means it can be say 1 ounce, 2 ounce gold, right? So that means it can be, you have standardized, okay? You have to be accepted, widely accepted, mean globally. You're from, let's say go to Europe. From Europe come to US, nobody wanted Europe bring in that material as money. Nobody wanted, no desirable. You had something people widely accepted. For example, gold, right? So that's why gold can be money because globally desired, wanted, widely accepted. You go anywhere gold, you can accept it, right? So that's certain things that can be certified as money, okay? The other one is divisible. So you want to pay, you have to be say, okay, give me change, all right? I have to be, I don't give you a whole thing. You give me some back because exchange back. I don't want to, so they have to be divisible, right? So that's gold can be that, it can be how many ounces, how many things. So you can do that. So certain function, it must be certified, okay? Easy to carry. This easy to carry means not light or heavy. Gold obviously very heavy. But the gold is endurance, means gold cannot be, easily to like a water wash out. It can waterproof. How about that? And also, although it's very heavy, but it's still durable, right? So that's relatively easy. But still, if you buy a lot of things, I put a car of gold, that's a little heavy. But still, in the past, the people use, cargoes to carry those gold. But relatively, it is heavy compared to others, right? So that's supposed to be very easy one. But like I say, gold is very durable, and people use very cargoes to carry those things. But anyway, so that means still gold relative is very good money. Okay, deteriorate, so they won't be easily to turn. If you use bread as gold, impossible, right? Gonna turn back tomorrow and use this. So normally they choose money is like this way. Okay, deteriorable means not easy to deteriorate. Okay, and then relatively easy to carry. So those tell you money must be able to solve this one. So now think again. Is that the Bitcoin? Bitcoin must more, right? It can be easy carry, don't even carry it more. Deteriorate, right? So divisible. Why the accept it? It's right now more people accept it. Easy standardized. So that's okay so far. But then still, we're going to debate on that because it's a new currency. Let's see how that works, right? So, but the money, yeah, go ahead. What do you mean stable? Means not fluctuated? Yeah. Oh, that's what exactly. So Bitcoin, that's what we want to talk about. Bitcoin really is not money. Okay, we'll talk about. That's why I bring on the Bitcoin because that's good, debatable. But it is desirable. People think it's money. It's not money. money should be stabilized, but however, money, we do have like a currency, right? You remember currency exchange rate could be higher, lower, our currency strong or weak. That could be changed. Also because the country some suddenly have a hyperinflation, then your currency depreciate, then you maybe drop a lot of value. You could be fluctuated, okay? But this right now, our Bitcoin, beyond that, it's not enough money. I already give a conclusion, but they are right now, what do we say? It's the betting. People betting use that right now, betting on gambling, just like not really investment, not really storage value right now. It's pretty much right now people are looking forward saying what could it be this one because more acceptance, more people use now. And we'll talk about that because give you a hint. Look like money, but not really is money yet. Okay. Yes, speculations, gambling, a lot of problem there. We'll talk about more about that piece. So, but however, it's so hard because right now you see Elon Musk tweet and then people, and then the Bitcoin in the morning, even today, it is going before market going opening and going up and market opened it and going down. It's very, very risky right now. Okay. But however, don't use that as dilute our core original thinking, which is money. But money can be volatile, but not money must be durable. And we will talk about different from our green paper, US dollar, what difference. But at least right now, at this point, is money exchangeable, divisible, widely have to be widely acceptable, those kind of things, right? So there's a function. And so we'll do go more about that. We're soon going to touch that. Okay. So unit of account. Okay. So you can use, like we said that if gold, you can cut a piece of a unit like ounce, 2 ounce, like a measure standardized. Okay. So used to measure value. We used gold in the past before 1994, because before 1942, the World War II, gold is standardized. People global world use it, So that means you can use the gold as a value in the major economy, our GDP. But later on, we don't. We will talk about that too in the future. Okay. So that's what you can see, right? Major value in economy. So right now we use dollar. We'll talk about dollar as well. What's going on? Use dollar. So at least at this point in time, we use dollar to measure our GDP. So so then we say right now 20 trillion a year GDP. That's US dollar. So that's one. Okay. So store of value. So like I say, it's your parents want you go to college, maybe from day one when you was born, they already saved the money for your tuition, for your education. So that's money is useful. Saving, put the money away for future to use, and then can store the value. Okay, so that's what the money can do that way. All right, so money is most liquid because everybody wanted, desirable. You use money buy ice cream bar, you use money buy bread. So because the money can always use it. So mostly everybody want money because money is convenient, right? Remember, it's medium. So you can use that money, can go anywhere, buy anything you want. So that's why it's very liquid. So that's one thing is we know. Okay, so can store the value, save your money for tuition, and save a retirement account, put money. But however, if you're saving retirement for that 30 years, you have to think about inflation against the money, right? So money put in there like under your mattress. You really didn't against the inflation because you didn't put in bank. Even if you put bank, maybe cannot catch up inflation. So that's one thing you need to know is money. You cannot just hold it in the hard cash way. You have to invest it, right? So anyway, so that's the money. Okay, we talk about in the past history, right? In the past is commodity money, like I said, shells, even go to like a copper, many things in the past can be money. As long as that community, that's the environment, and say, okay, this is desirable, everyone wants this. Okay, then this what becoming money. So money have been through a lot of evolution. right? Change it up. Like right now, I say e-money, right? We're going to go that direction, but right now is in the middle, right? So commodity change, you can see that in the past, the one thing that me mention about this is cigarettes, okay? So many metals, shells, and then go to the coppers, and then later on to silver and the gold. And then cigarettes becoming the money is due to World War II. During that period, in the war period, at that moment, a lot of soldiers, different countries, right? So the soldiers then becoming the war of the, prisoners. Okay, so many armies of prisoners in the camp. They capture them, right? So different countries, you can have this, like a German, for example, get another country's soldiers, and then they put it in the war camp. But a lot of soldiers were depressing and nothing to do every day, just waiting for this war's over. So then they very so big group hanging together every day. So they depressing, and then they need people need cigarettes. So in the camp, World War prisoners in that camp, a lot of people, they becoming transfer to each other's desirable thing is cigarettes. So they can use cigarette buy something. If you have a bread, I'm hungry, I use my cigarette, and everybody accept cigarettes as a medium. So that's what a cigarette becoming money. So this give you example, say money can be anything as long as your community there popular accept it. So that's why cigarettes become popular then, because people wanted to, come become cigarette maybe the most desirable thing there. Okay. So what happened to our dollar? If you look at our dollar, take the paper currency you're looking at, they didn't say it's money. It say it's notes, our treasury government notes. Okay. So that paper, your dollar you took out from your pocket, that paper dollar, is paper. It's not gold, not silver, it's nothing. It's just a paper. But why is money? Why we all desirable? Why we all want that green paper? It's paper. Why is money? It's not valuable at all. Supposed to be just paper, right? Just a little bit fancy. So go ahead, Or.
It's money because collectively as a country, the government, or we all decided that we are going to place a certain value on a dollar, on $1, and then everything else is relative to that. So if we say that a one egg will cost $1, and we just decide that's that, everything else is based on that.
Right. So that's because our government say this is money, okay? Means government backing up you. Government say this is legal tender. This is legal by law. This is money. We use that. And our money actually, you cannot tell maybe. When you're looking at the sky, transparent, looking at inside, many things in there. Okay, a lot of synthetic material in the paper dollar. So not durable, more durable. Okay, and also it's legal tender. It's government requirement, government guarantee. If your dollar, let's say, deteriorate a little bit, let's say your corner it is off, you can go back to the banking, get another $1, replace this old dollar. You can do that too, because it's government notes. They print it, okay? But however, it is legal tender, is government legally proved, and also want the people to use it, okay? So that's called fiat money, okay? It's paper money, but government sponsored, okay? Farmers required. So, but because government is doing that, so government issue different kind of money, right? So like coins headquarter, so you can divisible, exchangeable, so making things convenient. So that's really serves the purpose. The fiat money is money, okay, can do all the jobs, okay? So far what we use, the money is a fiat money, okay? So I joking to my students say fiat money, the Italian have fiat car, that's very luxury cars, but this remember is money, okay? It's government legal tender. So what do we use that money? It's not commodity money. It is paper money. It's the government sponsored, the government's legal tender, and that's our money right now we use. Okay, so our money very durable. Okay, why durable? Because if you tried, I say inside have a lot of synthetic materials. You put it in the washing machine. You forgot to put it in the pocket. They wash it, no problem. They don't turn back. You would think it's paper, right? After wash, they all gone or they all ruined. No, it's very good. It's just like a new money again. So our fiat money is very durable. So all those kind of things they did, but that's cash. What we just said that money is cash. But you know that we are buy a house, you not carry all bunch of the cash to pay the house. You don't. So we have other beyond the cash. So we have other things, also money, right? So let's say you pay landlord, you write check. Your landlord said, no, this is not money, give me cash. And that's the cash that he want to. But check also is money, right? So check is money. So that's what, okay, check. So because later on we develop a check. So that we have check account, we have check writing. So that's another one is the money. So that's the money. You can see money evolution. So we have check. Now you can see. Let me ask you. See, debit card. So we can see that debit card. What different debit card versus your credit card? What different? Yeah. Okay, good. So then is debit card is money or credit card also is money? Okay, think again. Credit card, what different compared to debit card? What different though? Try, this is struggling. Okay, go ahead.
Credit is not money, so it does not store value per se. So when you do a transaction with a credit card, you generate the debt for yourself, right? While a debit card, just like cash, stores value. If you have $10,000 on it, this is your cash, as opposed to something you borrow at the moment of
okay, very good. Say one more time about the credit card, because you need to let people know what you just said is right. Okay, tell people credit card. Why credit card is not money? What different credit card versus debit card? That's the only thing you can tell from the difference. Then you know debit card, the credit card is not money, but debit card is money. You use debit card, buy a cup of coffee, you're turning around, immediately your banking account, the money is gone, already paid. But your credit card is you borrow. Remember, you haven't paid yet. What do you mean you haven't paid yet? You borrow credit card, if at end of month, you're supposed to pay the bill. Let's say you have $100 in your credit card. You haven't paid yet. If you later pay, you're going to pay later fee or charge interest. So credit card is your borrowing. It's not money. It's really not money at all. Debit card is money. Debit card really just like a convenient way for you to pay the money, but it is the money. It's just right away. You cannot change it back. When you pay out, like I say, buy a cup of coffee, turning around your coffee is you paid already. Your check account already gone for this coffee amount. Credit card is different. Just record it. Say, oh, you have this amount build up in credit card, and end of month you borrow 1 month. Now this month you haven't charged you yet. They give you 30 days, and after the period you don't pay, then charge you interest and later fee. So that's different kind. Okay, so that's not money. Money is right away get out. Remember that even cash, if $20. Cash even more, no personality, right? If you drop on the ground, you're turning around, whoever pick up, you cannot prove it's your money anymore. It's very difficult. So that's cash, right? So debit card just like that, turning around, it paid already right away. That's cash. Credit card is different story. Okay, oh, good. So debit card and the credit card is different. So debit card is money because they make it convenient. So in the past, we have this kind of card. I think you use it in the past. Maybe you know that smarter card. Do you know right now at this point in time, which one is like smarter card you think of? But it's money though. It is e-money. But which one at this moment we use it? Smart card. Which one? I know you all have it. You use it.
Sorry, can you clarify the question?
Do you know smart card? Just give me an example. What in the real world right now we have a smart card. You think that's a smart card? I know you use it. Smart card. I just want to know you guys know the smart card.
Yeah, like the small cars.
Which car?
I'm sorry, you're referring to
smart card. This one. I should look at my mouse. Give me an example. Do you know in the real world which one is a smart card? Anybody? Or you go ahead. Apple Card. Yeah, Apple Card is Apple payment, okay? It's a payment, it's a credit card. Okay, so smart card, if I say you know, I just want you struggling a little bit. Which one is smart card? It also is under e-money. Is e-money smart card you use? I know you use.
Would that be like Venmo and PayPal?
PayPal is like I said, it's like a credit card, right? You pay 1 month or whatever. So
I'm not sure what a smart card is.
Is it a SIM card? What is that?
Which one is that?
SIM card? What is that?
Yeah, I think like that. Okay, gift card, right? You put $100, give your friends a gift. You put $100 already in there, cash, and inside the card, right? When you buy it, and this card you can give to your friends, and this is your gift, the birthday gift. That's storage value card. That's also a smart card. This is all in the past. You're too young. In the past, when we don't have credit card, don't have anything, the payment, you pay phone, you pay card, use the card to do the phone call. That's the pay phone. How to say that? The phone card. You never heard of maybe. So that's also is e-money because you had to put the money in the card first. It store the value there, and then you're spending it. Yeah, called phone card, right? So you start the value, then you're gonna make a phone call and charge you use that card. So then you don't have to go home to call. You can use this phone card, use any public phone call. So that's also e-money, okay? So give the card, it is e-money. You don't need to give gift. If you're too busy to buy the gift card, you tell them, say you want to put the $100 in there, and that's the e-money too. So okay, right now we're even better. We don't even need the e-money. You just in your account, so just e-cash, just you from your internet account, you can transfer. You can transfer money right now. You can pay to somebody electronically and don't even write check. So you can do that too, okay? But then going to the future, like you guys said, payment, like we haven't not there yet. Like Facebook want to do that. Many other want to do that. It's not our technology not there yet. It is our regulation don't want to do that. So not there yet. That means like a payment system, like I think like WeChat, they all use a phone payment transaction. That's a transaction system. Okay, transaction of a payment method. Okay. So that's a different way, but then close, so we're going to be, now then go back to say that Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin is, like you guys know, right? Blockchain. I think I want to hear you guys tell me. Somebody maybe know. You guys, the guys, involved this things more. So can you somebody tell our class, what's the Bitcoin or the blockchain? What's going on? What's it about?
I can try. So
okay, yeah, try.
Bitcoin is a digital currency that's based on the blockchain, which means that all of the transactions are recorded on a ledger, meaning that the purpose of that is to make it impossible to basically forge that money. So it's intended as a form of digital currency. It works. So the whole digital system is also decentralized. There is no central bank that controls the actual logistics of sending the money. It is all done by people who use their computing power of their computers to register those transactions. That's called mining. In exchange, they receive some of that money. That's how this system keeps operating. And basically, the idea of blockchain is that all of the transactions, as I said, are recorded and kept public. So every coin that was generated, that was mined, has its history of every transaction that it went through, and that's how this money gets legitimacy. That's how it's, you know, that's how they make it impossible to take it.
Very good. Okay. Very good. He did a good job on this whole thing, how that works. Exactly, that's true. Okay. We argue about this on money because right now, the purpose they create a Bitcoin is that purpose because we global during the financial crisis printed so much money, and so that's why those the technologies or system allowed to right now say can generate this ledger, you know, digital ledger from the computer, and so then they want to say no government control the currency, nobody printing it, that everything is from this computer generated power generate this currency. And that's what global involved by, but no government agree. You know, remember the money supply have to be government. It's not a have to, just because government control the money supply. Government don't want to society so freely to control themselves without the government involved. So government haven't involved with this one yet. But however, this in the past, this Bitcoin have a lot of scandal, a lot of people commit suicide, a lot of problem, and still nobody research it. Government is still not research report about the accept it, what's wrong, what's not wrong. Nobody regulate, nobody prove, nobody do anything. But the society just keep accept it right now. Like big corporations starting to accept it. Accept means transition point of view, widely accepted by globally, and that means it is more popular, more acceptable. So people right now feel more desire. Remember supply demanding. If you have a limited supply, because then not that many. That's why right now trading at 50,000 a piece. That must be, that's already because the situation happened. All right. So what happened then? Right now, waiting for global government, how they prove accept it. If they can, then maybe becoming widely used. But however, they also argue about this need of power. If a system is down, like if a power generator something, they worry about that. So still need to a lot of things to prove. I don't know the technology wise they can handle it or not. So far still debatable. So still not accepted. All right, but banking already trying to go to direction is computer system payment, just like you said PayPal and all other. They can do that one, but they're not called money. Okay, it's not money. Okay, who? That's what William said. Okay, only thing I would add is there is currently specified finite, and yeah, because they are. We have a lot of blockchains, okay, a lot of, they all invented it. Right now, still in the development period, okay? So Bitcoin just a little bit wider acceptable right now, more popular now, because over these years, up, down. But right now, like I say, it's haven't accepted as money. But some people, just as investment, they don't, it's not like a stock. You buy stock, maybe get the dividend or whatever. So people invest, people buy now just like investment, the growth stock. They expecting can still going higher because less supply, limited supply. So that's why people, because it's a speculation way right now, right? So we do not know. So that cannot seriously treat it as money at this point in time, because people, not many transactions use it yet. Because that's need the government. Because government, each country transaction use money, it's a trillion transactions. So then government don't accept it. Still, Bitcoin now there be accepted. So that means transaction daily won't be that high. Not there yet. Okay, it take time, but we'll see what happens. All right. So that's the per day transaction amount of 21 million. So we say, remember we said foreign exchange market 4 trillions. So you need a government involved. Government transaction or banking transaction is huge. Once those are widely accepted, then money really could be like that way. All right. Very good. Okay, so good. I think your generation eventually going to be go to that level, because right now I'm sure developing. Imagine 5 years later, or 10 years later, right? Okay, so that's money. Okay, you do know money evolution, and then money it is this history. But our course, whole point of money is focused on money supply, and also is the government, the Federal Reserve Bank money supply in the economic system, how to affect the economy, job market, and also the inflation. Those things, that's what this course really, really care. But they introduce a little bit of those money that you know a little bit. So that's the introduction that way, okay? So we had it for a cashless society. I think now the answer clear, right? What do you think?
I think
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
Yeah, that's right now clear now. Yes, we are. A couple of years ago, we talked about this. Many people, maybe 50% still don't believe we will have a cashless society. They still feel we have to have cash. We must have cash. Sounds like cash very secure. But now you can see more people accept it. It means cashless is, yeah, go ahead. Supposed to be, yes. In the past, we backed by gold, yes, supposed to be. But then, once we means the U.S., okay, when we have the gold standard, we remove out do not use gold as settlement and now become its dollar. So we becoming control the dollar, so dollar becoming favored in the global, so becoming relative to the second gold basically in the past, okay? But now we print too much money, so that means our dollar really not that valuable compared before. So, yeah, it is, before World War II, definitely back up by the gold dollars. That's why we still can calculate it based on our dollar. And then, but however, other countries you can see based on our dollar, and they have high hyperinflation or not. Yes. Okay. So that's but they normally use the dollar to measure, because our oil settlement is based on use the dollar. So dollar becoming standard global. But right now, since the financial crisis, many countries don't trust our dollar that much compared before. So right now, many countries created that euro already in 1990 created euro currency. They're trying to compete with dollar, and China created currency trying to compete with dollar. So many countries trying to, but so far dollar is okay. But we will see in the future. Okay. That's good. So we will go to paperless pretty much very soon. We not go there. It's not technology problem. We're not there yet. It's a regulation problem. Just like a key point is like a drone, right? We can deliver from your remote control can deliver, but we don't want everything fly in the sky, because regulation do not want it to that no order. No, so we have to be controlled. The certain thing we have to figure out. The government had to figure out a rule and regulation standardized, then they can why they use it. So now we don't, because the regulation haven't not ready yet. That's the thing. Okay. So measure money, okay? So we do know how to measure money. Like I said, gold is a coin, ounce, whatever. But however, how about the money supply? How we measure it? So that's what we go there, right? So we talk about money supply, and now here is, okay, you can see before we mentioned about money two, remember? So this is easy now. So money one. So you have money two, money one, money three, money four. So you understand today, you understand the logic, you will understand what I mean now, okay? So money one, the first piece is the most liquid assets. So what's in the money one? Currency means the green paper, our dollar, right? That's our dollar, our currency. And the other one is very, very popular traveler checks. like a check, but more than just the check account that check. This is for the traveler's check, means like, but I mean, you don't even use it right now because we don't even need this anymore. Normally travelers, before they leave and go to Paris, they need to get this check, can go in the France, in the Paris, can spending very easily, don't need to transfer currency. But now is you bring your credit card, actually you go to Paris, you just buy and then you pay right away, already converted to local currency, euro. So that's right now, basically this one is not a big deal anymore. It's still not popular anymore, okay? So currency and traveler checks and plus deposit, demand deposit, means deposit, right? What do you mean? On-demand deposit, just like you deposit have $100, right? Tomorrow, anytime, you can withdraw $80, $99 on demand, anytime. So that means very, very liquid. You deposit that account anytime you want to withdraw. They don't lock out your money. Means your money free to withdraw, okay? So that's why the demand deposit, okay? Not like we will talk on next level, like a CDs, right? That deposit means it's called time deposit. Means 3 months CDs will be 3 months later you can withdraw. Otherwise, have penalty, right? So here it means very, very liquid in your deposit account. So cash, so currency, and traveler check, and then deposit, demand deposit. So still very, very liquid. And other checkable deposit. So basically, your check account, any money can deposit. So other means can be anything else, deposit account, check deposit, okay? Like small business check account. So that's money one. So cash plus something very liquid deposit, right? So that's the money one. Money two. Money two is money one plus. So cash and those very, very liquid check plus what? Plus something, say small denomination time deposit. This is the CDs, okay? So for example, 3 month CDs, 6 month CDs. So money one plus CDs. So that's a little less liquid than money one inside those product, but still compared to bond stock, still relatively, it is very liquid, okay? When mature to cash, right? And saving account, see, saving deposit and money market deposit. Okay, let me say that. I think right now maybe change a little bit because they attract you from the banking account. So if you're in the past, maybe right now still, you have a saving account, you have checking account in the JP Morgan. You want to pay your landlord, you maybe have to transfer money from your saving account to checking account. Then you can write check. So then your checking account don't short of money. And that's what it is, right? So that's what I mean here, saving deposit and money deposit, money market deposit, because those is relatively not like as demanding. On demand means anytime you want to withdraw, you can. Saving account, anytime you wanted to get money from there, you have to transfer the checking account and then you get out, okay? So a little bit less liquid, okay? So that's what I mean. Okay, and then money market mutual funds. So it's mutual fund, okay? So it's a fund now, but it's still relative compared to bond stock, it's liquid, but in here, it's compared to money one inside those cash and check, so then relatively less liquid. But it's just add on those becoming money two. So same logic, okay, money three gonna add on other, less liquid, but keep add on the money four, money five. That's what the banking say, I have how much money in money two or money one. And that's how you know, okay, if a Goldman Sachs compared to JP Morgan, compare money one to money one, if Goldman Sachs have more money one, means Goldman Sachs have more very liquid asset. That's the only thing they can do, right? So, okay, so that's what I mean, money one, money two. Easy, right? So then means who is larger? Money two, right? So that's what the whole point is there. Okay, so here's give you some idea, okay? So this one give you money one. See, there's currency. We have, as 2011, so we have almost 1 trillion, right? So 900 billion, so almost 1 trillion currency means our dollar cash, right? So you can see that, like I said, you see traveler check almost useless. Nobody uses it, I think. Okay, so then you have a demand deposit, which is your deposit account, right? Or on demand, very, very liquid, that one. And some others deposit ones, a little bit more, like I said, business one. So total, money one is almost 2 trillion as 2011. Okay, so money one. So money two larger than money one because money one inside. Okay, so now you can see money one plus you have some CDs, like I said, this is CDs and saving account, and then money market mutual fund. So now we are going to 9 trillion. Okay, so that means we have 9 trillion total money one. So money one in money two, so money two 9 trillion. So inside a very, very liquid one, almost cash or cash equivalent 2 trillion. So that means 7 trillion is less cash equivalent. So that's how you can see things, right? So you can see money. When things turning bad, money is a king. Now who have money when? Who is the best, can survive? That's the whole thing is there, okay? So money aggregate. So the same thing. What we just did, right? See, the first piece, the smallest one is money one. Okay, those are the product in the money one. Money one plus something else, less liquid, like we just mentioned, CDs, saving account, and the money market mutual funds. Add on, so you can see money two is big, so 9 trillion, right? And then so you can see add on more, less liquid. Like I said, if we put a, treasury bill, treasury, 10-year maturity, a little more, then become money three. That's then add up on the stock and a corporate bond, then be money five, money four, like that. Okay, that's what I mean. It's not a big deal to tell you how the category level about money, so then you can know which level is more liquid and what's in there. Okay, so here trying to say is, well, we have money one, money two, money three, money four, all add on the illiquid things that are becoming bigger, right? So which ones matter? Should we measure money, use money one or money two? So here trying to tell you, say, the choice of monetary, we want to provide supply, important for policymakers. Means policymaker say, I want to provide money supply, use money one measure or use money two measure. If you Google it, looking at the Federal Banking's web pages, they will tell you that this measure use money two, what it is. How they category and what's growing, whatever. So that means still you need to figure out, you needed to know which one they refer to. Okay, for us here in this class, we just refer to money one, just the most liquid assets, how they put it in. Okay, so you don't need to confuse it, but you do know have other measure too. Okay, so where are all the uses US dollar? This is all the slides. Okay, here's the point. What are they trying to say here? Okay, say we here says more than $2,000 of U.S. currency held by per person in the United States. Actually, if we change this number, maybe 5,000. Okay, so it means your family, everybody per person in the U.S. per person on average, actually is $5,000 holding the cash, green paper currency. Okay, cash. But did you see your family holding 5,000 cash each person? So if you don't, means most people don't. So where is the money? Who holding those cash? And why? Who holding those cash and why? Anybody?
Banks and financial intermediaries would be holding cash because.
But intermediate holding cash, those banking intermediate, they can just put it in the electronic deposit, right? Why cash here is referred to paper cash. Who holding those cash? Yeah. Yeah, but why though? Okay, good, very good. Yeah, but why? Yes, exactly. Yeah. Right, foreigner like the travel, right? This is in the past, the foreigner travel have to be put a currency on the bell, right? Carry it. But right now, maybe you don't need it to do anymore. But still, but let's mention about the cash. Let's say it again. Okay, we refer to the green paper, this currency. You watch in a movie all the times. You see the transfer money really carry a bag of the money, cash, and the cash each one is $100 paper, and then a big travel bag, right? Why like that? Because they are criminal. They don't have account. They don't have banking account. Why they don't have bank account? They can't. Even they have bank account, you will find out if it's a criminal. We will immediately get them, right? Because the money transactions can tracing back where they're coming from, what's the money coming from, how they did it, whatever. And then you can see. That's why. But once you from your cash be able to put on the banking account called money laundering, right? It can mean that means that there's another legal can catch you. So that's why it's drug dealers, criminals, they do transaction, they do cash transaction, and also they don't pay the tax, right? So you can see that's a win-win for them. But that's the whole point. If you think about $5,000 per person, basically holding on average holding that cash, and you and me don't have it that way. So that means we all put the cash in the banking account. Who will be holding cash, fresh cash? That means it's so dangerous, right? You burn down a house, you can lose everything. Somebody rob you can lose everything, and don't make any interest earning. Why are you holding cash in home? You don't. So somebody holding it have their own purpose, and that's what they are: drug dealer, criminals, or tax evasions. I mean, they don't want to pay tax. Many other dealers. So that's 5,000 per person. If like at the current now, that's a lot. You think about our population and multiply 5,000. That's a lot of money in the underworld. So we cannot collect those money and pay tax. You think about that. So anyway, so because we learn money, we need to know so many things there affected. Okay. See, this is money one, money two. See how they, because this piece is trying to argue. Remember we say use the money one or use the money two, but here give you you can looking at how the difference are similar, right? But this one seems like before. I wanted you to read the chart to say, okay, what do you observe? Then make a conclusion. I think just training you for training purpose, because money one, money two, just not big deal. Just one is bigger than the other one. But here, just wanting to train you, say, okay, use the chart again, make a summary. What are the behavior over the time? Anybody see what they can summary? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Very good. Continue. This one observation. What's the other observation? We can see that way. Anybody?
Unlike in M1, M2 has never had a negative growth rate.
Uh-huh. Okay. Continue. What else can observe? Many. I still have a couple of things can find out. So first of all, well, same thing like what I did before, right? See the trend, right? See the before. See this money one, money two going up together. Doesn't, even though they're very volatile, money two that way. So you can see the trend. This is the trend, okay? And then later on, the trend, if you said this is downward, not really, if a flat, maybe. So that's the one way is the trend. So before the upward, and later on it's like very volatile, and you do not know which direction is. Okay, that's the one thing. Both of them. Okay, and then the other thing is, look, and they're moving together before. Look at the money two. Yeah, of course, money two, bigger than money one, but they're moving together. See, they up and they down and up and down. So that's pretty good. That means okay, they all like with a cup together, right? And decup. Remember we talked about that later on. See decup, but let's see same thing until 1985. We know at 1985, this moment, it is a divided moment. After that, before that, total different story, right? They move together, then becoming upside. So money one, look, this is the what? Growth, right? So money grows. Money one growing much faster than money two. See, that's trouble now. Why? Because money one inside money two. Okay, so money one, if growing that fast, don't you think money two should go with it? Remember the chart, see? This is money one, and this is money two, okay? Money one inside the money two. So if this money one get bigger because it's growing, so this one get bigger. If everything else is the same, don't you think this get bigger? Money two, proportionally same, but why not? Why lower? It's going higher. Money one growing a lot, going get bigger, right? And money two actually smaller. What's going wrong? What's wrong? So why money one going up and then money two going smaller? Money one inside money two. And same thing here again. So what's that indication? What I tell you? You want to go looking at the chart? What happened? See who can answer that, to see what's going on here. Could it be, let's say here, okay, watching. You need to see the inside now. Look, this is the money one, okay? So whatever this money one, we growing, okay? We grow. So put a lot of money in there. For example, the currency, put a cash there a lot, okay? Or we can put the deposit account, whatever. So this is going up, bigger. But then overall, this circle smaller than before. Smaller. Why the smaller? Obviously not those assets. So then this assets. So what do you mean this is getting smaller? What could have happened smaller? M2, which one can be? So M2, yeah. So, okay, so continue, make a story, say, which this is growing, we know now, okay? So, but we do know this is smaller. Which one could be smaller? So this is CDs, right? This is saving account. This is a money market. Yeah, go ahead.
The M1 is, if it's shrinking, is like you said, the currency
No,
travels.
M1 now shrinking. M2 shrinking.
Oh,
M1
M2 is
growing.
shrinking. Okay,
Yeah.
M1 is. Okay, let me think.
You want to go back this way? See here, M2, M1 bigger increase. So M1 growing, but M1 inside M2 and M2 shrinking. Yes. So, but here, well, you can make many kind of story. For example, okay, maybe people saving account here. So this is CD, a small CDs, okay, and this is saving. For example, maybe see people moving saving to the checking to here. Okay, that could happen. Or financial crisis problem, money market mutual fund reduce value because they're volatile. This one can change value, right? Remember we say if Lehman Brothers default, those commercial paper troubling a money market fund broken the buck, and this is shrinking, lose the value. So could it be many things? That's why this is more uncertainty than this one. This one is inside there, this growing, but this one can be shrinking because could it be lose value, or could it be people put more money in back check account, or could it be just like I say, money market mutual fund lose the value. So that means you can see in this way is they move upside. Okay, so you have a capital money. So that means when we learn money, we choose someone, choose money one or choose money two. Once we choose one, now we know inside there was product in there, and now we know which one changing, which one uncertainty, which one have risk or volatile. And so that's the whole point. You need to distinguish. Okay. So anyway, so this is the money chapter, very short, but it should be going to be long-term story, because right now we have more money stories, many currencies. People, like payment system is different from money, but money also wanted to be paperless e-money, but it's still going to be paperless. Which one? We do not know. Global haven't. Because we need a central bank. Okay, every country have central bank. They make a monetary policy, make money supply. Whole point is they don't want to accept any digital yet, because those digital is not the government agree upon to. So therefore, you're going to be replaced our dollar currency. They don't want to. I think so. That's why officially nobody wanted to go there, right? So because you have to have government control, otherwise becoming wild west. So that's the whole point. Is this take time. So when we go to paperless, we go digital like a payment. That's okay, I think, because once the Facebook all we want to do it, but our regulations don't want them to do it. So Facebook moved to Europe to try to set up this way, and other countries already use it, like China already uses the paperless payment. That's a payment. Okay, so a lot of things right now, evolution, changing, pushing government to change it to get there. But so take a time. So that's what we do not know when. But I think your generation, within 5 years, 10 years, maybe government have to, your generation becoming manager, becoming understand this the whole thing, how to make the money evolution changing and control, centralized central bank can control. Depends. So this is a totally official government want to accept it or not. So anyway, this is the money surrounding a lot of stories. Okay, you can go many directions. So we centralize coming back is this course focus on is money supply. Why we focus that? Because we focus that just like right now, we're going to give a pandemic money. That's the government physical policy, okay? And treasury department, if a government decided to provide more money, means we print more money. If nothing backup created, so then becoming worried about the inflation. Still right now, big fighting on that. So we talk about is that money, is money supply in the economic system. And then so then can help economy go back to normal, or maybe create the inflation in the future. Inflation won't be coming here right now. So you put the money in tomorrow, inflation won't be, because it's going to build up just like a bubble. Bubble won't be say have the bubble then burst it. It's not. You had to build up the bubble again, bigger and bigger, and then and eventually now sustainable, boom, burst it. Okay, same thing like inflation. But we do not know, because right now puzzling, because so many people don't have a job. You don't have a job, don't spending. So a lot of people don't spend. Then you have another group of people have a lot of money because the stock market every day is the record high. So that's why they say key recover. Richer get richer, and you lose a job, you have no money, you get a poorer, and it becoming this is economy problem. And that's why your money banking is economist, right? So that's what they had to think about how to do it. So that's why this chapter only focus on this piece of money supply money, and I interpret enough, but I touched a couple of things. So that's what this chapter, we done the chapter, okay? So any question? Any question on this chapter so far? We finished it. So we chapter 3, remember, once we finish chapter 7, you're gonna have an exam, okay? Chapter 7 is your final, whenever I finish the chapter 7, we're gonna review, then we're gonna have the exam. So we already finished chapter 3. So next class will be chapter 4. I think so, right? Chapter 4? Yeah, chapter 4, yes. So then, you know, as you can see me moving into that direction. Any question? We don't have recording. I didn't do the recording, I think, because by default not recording, and also I don't do the recordings.
The Zoom says it's recording.
It is recording. I never get one because I think what happened, they cannot convert it. Yeah, they cannot convert it. They couldn't have completely converted. Did you see that? They have it converted? Yeah, but I don't know why this one never. I remember after class, the computer trying to say they converted and come back say not succeed, didn't convert, just couldn't convert it. Yeah. Yeah, that's the question, right? So yeah, and depends. Why? Nothing certainty, because it is too high already, right? And but however, Tesla not only in the U.S. is trying to do the green, selling the electronic car, but China is big demanding on the Tesla car. Right now, everybody produces car. They all want to go to electronic car. So Tesla facing competition, that's for sure. And also people buy Tesla because they hoping they're doing well. But you look at the percentage over the time, 52 weeks, the percentage, that's very, very high. So like I said, it depends. People invest like this. I remember one senior, 70-year-old, he said, oh, I buy a little bit here, a little bit there. So he buys some Tesla, just go with other people. You do not know, nobody know, okay? And then so if up is okay, but down, lose money, I don't cry because I have actual money, I don't care. So key point is, if something too high, it is risky, more risky, okay? So right now, going this market is more dangerous. Every day is dangerous. Record high is not a good thing. If a tank, the market crumble, actually it's a good thing. You buy at a bargain. That's what Warren Buffett said, right? Buy at a bargain. At a discount, it's the best deal. But too high is risky, dangerous, means you build up. But however, could it be, here's the thing, it could it be high, could it be higher, more higher, but then you do know, whole point is the execution time. You do not know when to get out, right? When you get out, maybe continue to go high, nobody know, because this is the timing point, nobody know. So that's why you can just waiting for the bubble burst, or maybe they never burst, right? So that's the same thing like a Tesla and a Bitcoin. Everything, if they high a lot, it is a lot of question to think about whether should get in or not. So that's that's the problem. So just waiting for better, just waiting for market crash. That moment, just say, if market fear, you dare. That means you should get a little bit here, a little bit there. But now it's really a little bit, should be holding more cash at this point in time. But nobody know. Okay, like I said, nobody know because first of a new administration, how they're gonna do this money supply, how they're gonna do that, we do not know yet. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we finished this chapter. Next chapter 4. Okay. Good night.